Good afternoon. I am Matthew Tubicine and I am running for president. Matt 2024. M-A-T 2024. My platform, my agenda, however you want to put it, will be I will make the W one syllable. Wah, way, we, whoa, why, woo. I kind of like woo. Q-R-S-T-U-V, woo, X-Y-Z. There's almost an alliteration there. I like the sound of it. Let me see if I can get a little more light here. It's pointing the wrong way. Is that better? But I definitely did not ever want to do like political commentary here. That's not what this is about. My real focus in my campaign will be air, water, food, the three of which are being continually degraded. And I think that's the most important thing in terms of the common everyday man and woman, because let's face it, to a great extent, the wealthier and especially the rich do not have to worry about these things. They're not living in the kinds of places where especially the air and water are corrupted. Food, that's another story because of what we've done to our topsoil and the EDCs we have in our environment anymore. We're just chock full of toxins. But I will be going through that more and more in future videos. What I did want to talk about this one is the midterms have just passed and there are still some races that are undecided. So we don't even know who's going to control Congress, either the Senate or the House. And there's even, well, at least in Arizona, that governorship is still up for grabs. So we don't know how that's going to play out. And I don't know if there's any more. There are quite a few races. I don't know all of them. I do know this. The red wave that they were talking about did not materialize. And there's all kinds of speculation as to what happened. And of course, at this point at least, a lot of it is falling on the shoulders of Trump, especially for picking lousy candidates, which, given all that he has said about himself in the past, hiring good people, surrounding himself with good people, being a stable genius, you know, all that stuff. None of that came to pass with some very important races. Most of the incumbents, as I understand it, that he endorsed, won, but they're incumbents and they're basically ensconced in red areas where they were pretty much a shoo-in. So, you know, that was to be expected, but we have found that Trump is not the kingmaker that he thinks he is, and as a matter of fact, he won the presidency once, then he lost it. He lost Congress in the midterms during his watch, so, you know, there is that. He lost the presidency, and now the midterms did not turn out the way the Republicans wanted. And there's a whole bunch of stuff flying his way because the Republicans, well, most of them anyways, have just wanted to get rid of him for a while. Let's face it, to begin with, going back to 2015, when he came down the escalator, which, my God, what, okay, forget all that freaky drama that everybody, you know, the reality show stuff that people are like, oh, he came down the escalator. Really? Anyways, let's face it, all the way back then, until he got the candidacy, nobody in the Republican Party wanted him. And of course that's an exaggeration. There were enough who wanted him. I mean, it wasn't just MAGA voters who got him the candidacy. There were enough Republicans who are the power brokers who obviously did what it took to get him the candidacy. But, you know, Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, all sorts of, well, everybody that he ran against, you know, Jeb Bush, all of them, none of them liked him. I mean, it wasn't just, we're running against him, we want to beat him. It was, this guy's going to be bad for the party. We can't let him in. Well, he got in. And you all turned 180 degrees and said, oh, isn't he the greatest? He's God's gift to the Republican Party. And now those winds are shifting again. And Rupert Murdoch has no qualms at all about saying, this piece of scum is just a piece of scum. But let's face it, Rupert Murdoch cannot be voted out of a media empire. Rupert Murdoch cannot be voted out of his money. He doesn't care how harshly Trump tweets at him. So, you know, he's got his power base, and Trump ain't gonna pull that out from under him. Whereas many of the Republicans who want to get rid of him, they're still afraid of him. They're just starting to say some things about him because there are enough of them together, and this looks bad enough for Trump that they can finally say, this guy ain't good. He's got to go. The thing is, they are still afraid of him. And DeSantis wants to run in 2024. Trump is tweeting at him, and DeSantis is afraid to say anything. Trump's going to be announcing soon. DeSantis has to make a decision. Is it political suicide to go up against this guy, or am I going to do it? Well, let me tell everybody in the Republican Party who is afraid of Trump, look at everything that everybody who is not a Trumper has been saying about him since 2015. Most of the Democrats, most of the independents, most of the libertarians, and even some of the Republicans. All of that stuff they have been saying about him. All you have to do is start saying those same things instead of defending him like you did before. I mean, the guy stole government documents. He may have sold some of those. He may still have more. The FBI and the DOJ are still mulling over, what are we going to do about this? He might still have more documents. Failed businesses, the marriages, the paying off hookers, just all of it. You've got 100,000 different ways to attack him. You don't need to make up one single thing. All you have to do is take all of those moments in the past that you defended him, look at how you defended him, what he was up against, and instead of defending him, use that against him. He was impeached twice. You really think this guy, my God, if this was a Democrat and he stole government documents, he was impeached twice, had all these failed businesses. For Christ's sakes, he bankrupted a casino. How do you bankrupt a casino? The lawsuit in New York, where he was lying about the worth of his properties, whether it was to the IRS so he paid less, or to the banks so he could get bigger loans. You've got 100,000 ways to attack this guy. Why are you afraid of him? Really, MAGA is like this. America is like this. MAGA is like this. Are you people really that snowflakey? Come on, man. Have some stones. Have a backbone. You know how to attack him. The same way everybody else has been attacking him since 2015. If you guys can't do that, you don't deserve a party. Now, there you go. Thank you for watching. I'll speak with you soon.